Mahomes now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Ace.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's got his man on the comebacker. That's Watkins. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Blue 45. Z.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And out come the Chiefs now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. He'll take it at the 42. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield now from the 50. Incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside 25. Give him 30 yards there.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Mahomes. To the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Right,
didn't happen on that play.
3-19.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On first down, Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. Jamie Collins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So we've hit halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Lucky 56.
first down, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Mayfield to throw it, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Green 39! Green 39!
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Green 39.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again, escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Going deep here for, and got his man complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot. Hot.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Green 39.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Rolling to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This one taken from the 7. He spins free. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 48. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Mahomes now on first down. And he finds who else? Watkins. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because their only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
390.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They are in the 4th and Buffalo, and the Bears have scored to add on to their lead in that one. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Now, Barney.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Justin Houston in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Landry, the intended target. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. The 40, past the 20, 10, and he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Again, it's Williams. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. To throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Chiefs, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll be at home.